It's not playing the game. It's winning that counts.
Yeah, baby. We're going to go out there and win.
This is Just Win Bets, baby.
Just win, baby.
With JoeDaFan and Shaneomac.
How do they keep winning?
Live on the Sports Bet Winning Network.
Of course, this is live here in studio. We are joined, of course, with the Wiseman and Shaneomac. Gentlemen, we are, of course, talking about March Madness as the madness begins. Got to start with two games from last night. As not only did we go into, sure, but here's the thing. If these games are going to be like that the whole tournament, it's going to be a great one, Shano.
Yeah, man. First of all, best sporting event of the year, every single year. March Madness. Thank God it's here. I'm so happy it's here. It's the best time of year for college basketball, especially, but it's just an awesome tournament, and it's always a lot of fun. But yeah, how about the local team for us? Howard getting their first ever NCAA tournament win. First ever one for them.
Yeah,
I know it's in the first four games, and they get to play Michigan next, I believe, right? So, I mean, that's not a great winning prize there, but but hey, that's worth something, isn't it?
Absolutely. But let's of course address the elephant in the room. Did I or did I not say that Sparty is not a 2 seed, Wiseman?
Well, okay, before we get into that, I'll echo what Shano said. I mean, to me, tonight is like what it was to be in Christmas Eve when you were a kid. Like this is your Christmas, this is your birthday, the next 2 days, the next 4 days, really all wrapped into one. I mean, I literally have the butterflies going. Should I stay up and watch Saint Nick eat the cookies or whatever? That's the feeling I'm getting right now. So yeah, if you want to talk about the elephant in the room, I said that if they beat UCLA, they were a 2 seed. They had a faux pas. They did not play well against UCLA. I think this is a blessing in disguise, to be honest. Get home, these conference tournaments, let's be honest, really don't matter. They really don't mean anything.
Right.
The regular season championship, I think shows a body of work. These teams want to win the regular season championship. I think they want to get home back to their campuses and get ready for the big dance as opposed to winning these meaningless conference tournaments. So I don't put much stock in this at all. I don't put much stock in conference tournaments. I mean, you have teams that have buys to the third round or buys to the second round. So it's just all jumbled up. Don't put much stock in it when you're filling out your brackets, for crying out loud.
Absolutely. Here's the thing, though. We have two games that are going on tonight. One, of course, Lehigh, and we'll get a score update in just a minute. But Miami, Ohio, their Shano, they make it, even though they've lost one and not really a great strength of schedule.
Yeah, we looked at it the other day. Wasn't it like the second easiest schedule in all of college basketball? Was something like 323 out of 324 teams or whatever it is, right? So, yeah, but I think they should have gotten in, man. One loss in a conference tournament. I mean, conference tournaments is a one-time play-in or one and done. It's not like it's a best of 7 or something like that. So I think they should have gotten in. I think the play-in game is a perfect spot for them.
Absolutely. We will be filling out our bracket together later in the show, not right now, but let me talk about my Tar Heels. Real quick, we're 6 seed. When it first came out, I was a little insulted. Okay, let's really be honest. But I'm hoping that Hubert Davis gets fired. I don't know if he's listening to the show or not. If he is, he's a local Burt guy. He needs to go. We are in a business to win. That's what we do. We just win. That's what we do. But when it comes to North Carolina, you just have to win. And you're not winning. And we're relying everything on one guy. You can't do that. So
if you want him fired, does that mean you're rooting for the VCU Rams here tomorrow?
And that's going to be my first pick. Okay. VCU, I don't need the points. VCU money line, I'm definitely going across the bridge at 4:30 in the morning, okay, before traffic starts. And I'm going to make that bet. VCU money line.
Okay? You go over the Woodrow Wilson
Bridge, right to MGM, which could be our new sponsor, Shano. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Anyway, but I will be making that drive 20, 30-minute drive, whatever it is.
20 or 30 minutes. That's the biggest bottleneck in America, Woodrow Wilson Bridge, I thought.
Not at 4:30 if he leaves that early.
Yeah, well, I got to stop the Krispy Kreme. If you see the orange sign that it's hot
now.
Yeah, hey, you got to go.
The lights on, you got to stop.
The lights on, you got to pull over.
Yeah,
and they got to drive through.
You know they throw away their donuts every night. Krispy Kreme.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
I'm gonna hang out by the dumpster tomorrow night. At least I'm
exactly. But no,
trash bag.
VCU money line. I'm done with Hubert Davis. I'm done. I want my good friend Dave Ross, who's on VSiN. He does his show every morning, buying the numbers. I'm done. I'm too pissed off at UNC right now.
I think the ACC was down all year. To be honest, I'm going to talk about it when I get into my picks. But one of the things that I like to do when filling out the bracket and then making subsequent picks, you're locked into your bracket, but you're not locked into your betting throughout the tournament. So you should look for clues in the first day of the tournament, see how conferences are doing, see which conferences are performing better, and then betting accordingly later on in the tournament. And I think the ACC was down, and I think the next few days will show that in the performance of the ACC, to include your Tar Heels.
Well, you mentioned ACC. There is a game later tonight there, Wise, we will talk about it real quick, where Miami, Ohio takes on SMU. Their defense is trash. They could be North Carolina 2.0.
Miami of Ohio?
No, I'm talking about SMU.
SMU, yes.
The defense is terrible.
Yeah,
atrocious.
No, I agree. And listen, I know there's question marks about their strength of schedule, but for crying out loud, you won 31 games, so you have to be good. I love how, Akron and Miami of Ohio, both in the MAC. If you're listening to all the talking heads, Akron is a sleeper, upset pick. Akron's going to beat, I think they're Texas Tech, Akron this, Akron that. But yeah, everyone's down on Miami of Ohio. Well, Miami of Ohio won the freaking conference. And so how are you, discounting Miami of Ohio? Don't forget that game is being played in Dayton, just up the road from Miami of Ohio.
The wise man brings up talking heads. Feels like this is, for North Carolina, a road to nowhere. So that being said, we are going to look at the bracket. Let's look at the East region first, please. As we look at the East region, and we will fill this bracket out together, gentlemen. And if we have any picks, please stop me. But let's go with the number one seed overall. I can't pronounce the name. It starts with a D. It's against my religion. I'm assuming we're all in agreement in taking that team, who are injury prone right now. Let's be honest. But I believe that they're going to win the first round.
100% agree. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to
move
them.
Why, as you said, it might be a blessing in disguise for Michigan State being a 3 seed. This East region, man, this would be like the group of death if there's the World Cup. There's some bangers in this region. There's some good teams.
Great coaching. Self, Calipari, Izzo. Yeah, this is the region right here.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Ohio State, your beloved Ohio State, taking on TCU. This is a typical 8-9 matchup. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
So this is what I was talking about, where I look for games early on where you're pitting two big conferences off against each other early in the tournament to gauge to see which conference was better. Don't forget, these teams have been playing in conference games for the better part of the season. So now they're going to start to play teams in other conferences, and we'll get a better feel. So this is the perfect scenario where I'm looking into this game. Ohio State, Big Ten, TCU, Big 12. These are arguably two of the best conferences in the country all season long. And so to me, this is going to be a key indicator. If the Big Ten comes through big, I think they do come through big. Bruce Thornton's a stud for Ohio State. I'm taking Ohio State. I think it's -2.5. What do you think, Shane?
I'm going to take Ohio State as well. Shano?
When I was filling out my personal bracket, I'm not going to lie, this is the game I was most torn about. I think this could literally go either way, personally. I'll go with you with Ohio State. I think I technically put out TCU for mine, just because I saw the majority of people picking Ohio State, so I just went against them. But literally, when I was going through the bracket for the first round, I was like, oh man, I could literally see this going either way. And I think Wise makes a great point. This is like a type of game where you want to bet when you're betting for round 2, the 32 round of 32 teams. This is a perfect game to look at and see like how they stack up against each other.
It looks like chalk so far. Do we continue the chalk when it comes to the 5-12 matchup of St. John's taking on Northern Iowa? I'm going to go with my vote of St. John's.
I agree with St. John's.
Wise?
I was thinking about, we always hear the 5-12. We always hear the 5-12. It happens every tournament.
Right.
I will go St. John's. Listen, they won the Big East conference tournament, so you have to go with St. John's. Good coaching, Pitino.
Yeah, I was like, Rick Pitino is going to have. I think they lost in the second round last year, which was like shocking because they were a pretty good team last year, but they lost in the second round. But Rick Pitino, I don't know what his record is in the first round, but I'm sure it's at least 80%.
Kansas taking on Cal Baptist. I think we continue with the chalk.
Chalky.
Chalk it up.
Chalk all the way.
More chalk than
Louisville.
a kindergarten class.
Exactly. Louisville.
Can I say something on the chalk, by the way?
Yeah.
So, college basketball, there's never been more separation between the haves and the have-nots than right now in college basketball with NIL. So, last year, all 4 number 1 seeded teams made it to the Final Four. All 4 number 1 seeds made it. All twos made it to the Elite 8 and then 1-3. So last year's tournament was very chalky. And I think that's a trend that we're going to see with the parity going on and NIL and all that. So don't let the talking heads talk you into upsets that you don't want to pick. I think this is going to be a chalky tournament.
It is a wild life. Louisville, the ACC representative, taking on South Florida.
I like South Florida in this game.
I do as well.
I think that's our first upset. I don't know, Wise, do you agree?
I totally agree.
That's one of my bets. I don't know if you want me to do it now or
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So yeah, that's one of my best bets for tonight. South Florida playing Louisville. Louisville, their starting point guard Mikael Brown Jr. is out. He's got a back injury. They said he's going to be out for round 1 and round 2 if they win round 1. He is by far the best playmaker and their best setup man. Right, he leads team in assists. He averages like 19 points a game. I think that's a tough loss to lose right before the tourney. And South Florida, man, they're on like 11-game win streak. They're hot right now.
Yeah,
they're hot right now. So I would definitely bet them plus the points. They're at plus 4.5 right now.
Okay,
I'm putting money on them straight money line as well.
I love that pick. They look great in the conference tournament against Wichita State. I watched that whole game because I had a little action on it. And you're right, the Bulls look good.
Yep.
So you're saying you're stuck in Wichita?
Wait.
4.5
automobiles.
Yeah.
You can get it at plus 4.5 pretty much in every single book, including our friends over at BetMGM. DraftKings, Caesars, FanDuel, the whole 9 yards. It is actually off the book on Hard Rock. I don't know why, but if you're
line opened at 7.5.
Right.
Which, if you got it at 7.5, that's a steal.
Yeah,
if you got South Florida at 7.5, I mean, you might as well just go ahead and catch a ticket. That's a huge. That's huge. But yeah, it's dropped significantly, and I'm sure it'll move even more as more money comes in on South Florida. I would think before tip off.
Yep. I'm going to go with North Dakota State here.
Unbelievable.
No, I'm going to go with Sparty here, and I'm assuming we're going to go chalk with Sparty. Correct?
Yes.
Let's move to this one.
Come on, you got to give me a chance to chime in on Sparty.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, for crying out loud.
I apologize. I apologize.
Let me give you the formula in March.
Here we go.
You need guard play. You need coaching. You need seniors sprinkled in your roster, and you need to be able to shoot free throws. Those are the 4 things, and this is a lesson for your entire bracket. You choose those 4 things, those teams are going to advance.
Okay, so you're 50%. I'll give you coach.
Fears, Izzo, Kohler, Cooper are your seniors. I know you don't like Vladi and that, but Kohler and Cooper are your seniors, and we're a solid free throw shooting team. I think Fears is the best. Fears is the best free throw shooter in the country. Mark it down. Sparty's got all the ingredients.
Okay. An update real quick on the Perryview. Lehigh Perryview up by 7 as we enter the second half, the middle of the second half. So still a little time to go. But right here, right off the bat, we're going to go with South Florida at minus 110, courtesy of friends over at DraftKings at plus 4.5. So that'll be one of our official bets. Let's move to the next bracket here in East, UCLA and UCF.
This hinges. UCLA's beat up. Dent and Tyler Bilodeau have been suffering from some injuries. So check their status. I checked right before we got on, and it looks like both of them are going to play. If that's the case, UCLA was rolling towards the end of the week. I'd go UCLA.
I'm going to go UCLA as well.
Yeah,
all right, so
UCLA.
we'll go chalk there, and we're going chalk automatically with UConn, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are we finishing this bracket, or are we moving to the west?
Finish it.
Finish it.
Finish it.
Finish him. Finish him. All right. I hate to say it, but the blue people.
Check.
I agree. Duke's got some injury problems too, and when they start getting further in this bracket, I think it's going to slowly bite them eventually.
Ricky P.
But I agree. They should beat Ohio State.
Ricky P. is going to be my vote over Kansas.
I agree with that one too.
Wise?
Like it, yes.
Okay. And we'll move, of course, to your Sparty. I think they beat South Florida.
Party in East.
And then UConn here, correct?
UConn.
All right. I think Duke loses. It's an old saying in Rocky. If the left don't get you, the right will. So if St. John's, who is very low seeded, okay, I think they should have been a little bit of higher seed, but they're playing pretty well, gentlemen. I think St. John's takes care of Duke because, again, Duke is injured. This will be a close game.
I agree 100%. I think this is where Duke stumbles. They have two key players out, and they may not be back for this game still. So I agree 100%.
Injuries catch up with Duke.
All right. And then, of course, so you're going to go with, what are we agreeing with, gentlemen?
St. John's.
St. John's here. And then what about Michigan UConn, Michigan State UConn. I know where Wise is headed.
Listen, the Big East is down. I want to be on the record as saying I'm outvoted 2-1 on the previous round, but don't discount UCLA in that UConn game. I think the Big Ten is up, the Big East is down. UCLA has a chance in that game, but I'll go with the group. But Sparty definitely, whoever's there, Sparty is rolling through that.
Wow. The final four for the East bracket, the representative will be, my vote is St. John's.
I agree with St. John's.
I'm sorry. This is not show friends. It's show business.
Okay, you can go St. John's.
Okay.
It's a dagger in Wise's heart there.
Just saying. Let's go to the South region. The number 1 seed, Florida.
Florida rolls easily.
Florida rolls.
This is a game that I'm a little concerned about. Clemson, Iowa. I think Iowa has a chance here.
I like Iowa.
I picked Iowa for my individual bracket, so I agree with you.
So this is the one where I would look and see what happens on day one with the Big Ten. And do they beat it? Does Ohio State beat TCU? Does Michigan State roll? If so, I like the Big Ten Conference. Give me Iowa. If there's some slip-ups there, maybe you do go with an ACC team.
We do have some comments in the chat. We are working on it right now. The producers in the background are definitely working on it, so we will get to your guys' comments in just a moment. Let's finish the South bracket, please. Let's go with, is it dancing all night long, or is it easy like Sunday morning when it comes to Vanderbilt there, Shano?
Vandy's winning this game. Vandy's got an elite offense. I don't think McNeese can hang with them. I know McNeese is good. That's another trendy pick because another 12 versus 5. Right. And McNeese won a tournament game last year, and they won 28 games or something like that this year. So they won a decent amount of games. McNeese did this year. But Vandy's on a whole other level, I think, athletically compared to them.
Do you agree with Vandy there, Wise, on that?
Love Vandy.
Okay, let's go Nebraska, Troy.
Give me Nebraska, the Cornhuskers. That's one of my bets. Another one of my bets for tomorrow.
All right, talk about that, my friend.
I think Nebraska wins. By the way, they never won a tournament game before. Do you guys know that?
Yes.
They've never won a tournament game in Nebraska. That's crazy. That's a huge school, But they're favored by like 13.5 points on some books. I think that's too much. Troy's actually a pretty decent team. In Nebraska, they started off the season 20-0, but they finished the year 6-6 in their last 12. So I think they're trending downwards. And since February 1st, their offense efficiency rating was 132nd in college basketball. They had some ugly losses to some pretty good teams, but ugly losses to Purdue and to UCLA.
Sure.
And Troy, even a small mid-conference team, but they've proven themselves against some conference tournament opponents. They beat San Diego State, they beat Akron, they beat Furman, and they took USC to triple overtime. And this year, as underdogs, they were underdogs 7 times this year. They were 6-1 against the spread, and they won 5 of those games outright. But I think Nebraska wins, but 13.5 points is too big for that, I think.
Okay. So no official bet here for Nebraska, correct? It's 12.5 right now.
I would take 12.5 too. I think that's too big.
Ooh, okay.
I would take Troy 12.5.
Troy plus 12. Oh, hold on. We got Troy plus 13.5 on BetMGM.
Yeah, take that.
Okay.
It opened at like Troy plus 15.5, and it's dropped down.
Okay.
And it's on 13 on like I saw 13 and 13.5 on like 2 different ones, and then most books have it at 12.5. I would still take it at 12.5 too. Okay,
I'm going to put it in. It's going to be our friends over at BetMGM. I'm going to double check that. It's going to be Troy plus 13.5. And that's according to our friends over at Scores and Odds, who's been with us since day numero uno. So let's take a look. It is a Thursday afternoon game, so that's an early game, Shano. Does that bother you at all?
No, I don't think so. I think Troy's battle tested enough. They're athletic. They're long. Like I said, they're tough. They've played for a mid-major team. They've played some tough competition. It's not like they were just playing their own conference and that's it. I think they're pretty battle tested. And I think Nebraska still wins the game, but I think that's just too big of a point spread. I think it should be like minus 9.5, something like that.
All right, I'm gonna go with this upset. It doesn't seem like an upset to me. VCU wins this.
Give me the Rams.
It's not even close.
Love the Rams.
I agree.
Yep.
I want them to win and then lose so then I can bet more games.
Exactly. Illinois, are we going chalk with this?
I would go chalk with that, yes.
Wise?
Chalky with Illinois. They're a sleeper team for me in this tournament. They hadn't put together a nice season. The Fighting Illini.
All right, let's go with St. Mary's and Texas A&M. You're the expert here, Shano, when it comes to the SEC. But I got to be honest with you, I like St. Mary's.
I do too. My personal bracket, I picked St. Mary's to win. St. Mary's is a pretty good squad. I think they beat Texas A&M.
Do you concur there, Wiseman?
Agree. St. Mary's always a great program, well coached. Love St. Mary's in that spot.
And I'm going to go chalk here with Houston Cougars as they move to the round is 32. As we move up, Florida and Iowa. Florida wins this.
Florida rolls.
Beta
rolls.
Is it going to be Penny Lover for Vanderbilt?
I like Vanderbilt over Nebraska, but what do you guys think?
Agree.
Agree.
Nebraska did not have the best end of their season. They were reeling towards the end. I think it finally comes back to bite them. Give me Vandy.
I think this is an upset here. You always want to have a pretty high seed, and when I say a high seed, not by a 2 or 3 or 4 or what have you. I'm talking about, of course, an 11, a 15, a 12. Usually, you see that throughout the whole history of the tournament. I actually do like VCU here.
I'm going Illinois, so let Shano break it.
I like Illinois over VCU. Illinois is a pretty good squad.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. I think they might be a little underseeded as a 3 seed.
Houston, St. Mary, excuse me.
Houston.
Proud Mary. Are they moving? Is Proud Mary moving or no?
I say Houston.
I think Houston's arguably the best team in this region. That's my opinion.
I think so too.
Vandy or Florida. Remember, this was the SEC championship game a few days ago, almost a week ago, guys, where Vanderbilt destroyed Florida. Florida's got to be pissed.
Florida's going to be pissed for sure. I like Vandy. I like Florida to win this one.
I'm going with Florida as well. Wiseman.
I had Florida.
And we go back to Houston. Do we have a problem?
We do not have a problem.
The regional round here is being played in Houston as well.
Yes.
That's something else to think of. So I think Houston rolls in this game as well.
Yep.
I like Houston beating Florida.
I agree with that too. I agree with that too.
Yep.
Let's move to the, I believe, the Midwest. Am I correct? No, excuse me. This is the West.
Top right.
This is the West. Yep, top right. And
West
we have,
be
of
on the
course, top right here, we have Zona. Zona for, we're going chalk.
Yeah, chalk for that one for sure.
I think Zona is the best team in the tournament. I think they're the best team in the country.
Yeah.
Just to keep in mind that we've picked 8-9, 8-9 in 2 of the 4 brackets, and we both pick 8s. Do we go 9 here for Utah State?
I like Utah State over Villanova.
This is my best bet. This is my best bet over Villanova. I think this is a down Big East. Like I said, Utah State just won the Mountain West. They're 1.5 point favorites. I think they roll here. Utah State 28-5 overall. As I said, they're won their conference and covered their last 3. And so Villanova, meanwhile, they lost as a 7-point favorite to Georgetown in the Big East tournament. So this is one of my best bets for the first round. Utah State.
In all books, it's -1.5. You're good with that? And this is a Friday game. Okay, it'll be a
I watch
Friday
more
game.
Big East than anybody, and I agree 100%. Villanova shouldn't be an 8 seed. If they're in, they should be like a 12, 13, 14 seed.
So we'll go with Utah.
I agree with Utah.
We'll go with Utah, and at -110, courtesy of our friends over at DraftKings. And it is, of course, Utah State, the 9 seed over Villanova. Let's move on. This is something that I'm going to look at this one with the points. High Point. This is a 12-5 matchup. Kind of like High Point.
I like High Point plus the points. Because they were like plus 12 or something like that.
Yeah, right? We're going to look right now. Yep.
I don't know what it is now, but I think last I looked it was somewhere around there. I kind of like them plus the points. They can score. They average over 90 points a game. I think that's like their 3rd best in college basketball, if I remember correctly. High Point is for points per game average. They can score. So usually if you can score, you cover pretty much all your games.
We can get it in at 10.5, courtesy of our friends over at BetMGM. Let's give Caesars a little bit of credit here. Wiseman, while I'm looking that up, what do you think? High Point or Wisconsin?
So I think Wisconsin wins the game, but I would definitely take High Point with the points. Wisconsin, this isn't your grandfather's Wisconsin, though. They can get run out and play offense. Wisconsin's normally a defensive-minded team, but I like this Wisconsin team, but I do like High Point getting some points.
And that's going to be tomorrow at 1:50, only on TBS, and we're going to take High Point plus 10.5, courtesy of our friends over at BetMGM. All right, let's move forward to Arkansas and Hawaii.
Calipari's going to win. You don't think so?
Well, no. So Arkansas is going to win, but this is my second best bet. I'm taking Hawaii. I think it's plus 15.5 right now.
Okay, we're looking at it.
I can definitely see that happening.
Yeah, I've watched this Hawaii team. They're 24-8. They're 4-2 against the spread. And their last 2 games, they've covered the spread by a combined 22 points. After their conference tournament, Hawaii stayed out west, and I believe that this game is in Portland. They didn't go back to the island after their conference tournament. They flew right up to Portland, so there's no travel spot for them. Meanwhile, Arkansas is traveling all the way across the country for this game. Calipari's garbage in the tournament. When we talk about coaching, Calipari being an important part of a team in the tournament, Calipari is a negative in my opinion in this.
So we will take Hawaii plus 15.5 over at DraftKings at -108. And we will, of course, check in on our friends over at Lehigh. Doesn't look good, but we'll check. The Mormons, they go down. I got Texas. And that's a lot for me.
I think this is a tough one for me. I kind of agree with Texas. I think this could go either way for this game in particular. I'll roll with Texas.
I'm going to go Texas outright at plus 120.
And Texas last night played NC State, two middle-of-the-road teams in their respective conferences. So check one box for the Big East already. So, yeah, I like Texas.
All right, so let's go Texas here.
Or I'm sorry.
And we're going chalk with Gonzaga, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Miami, Missouri. It's my ACC against your SEC, Shano.
I kind of like Missouri here.
Yeah,
games being,
I kind of do
games
too.
being played in St. Louis. So it's going to be a home game for Missouri.
Yeah, I agree.
I like Missouri here. They've had a tougher strength of schedule this year. Their points per game for each team is about the same. Miami does have a better defense, which usually plays pretty well in tourney, but I like Missouri to roll here.
Missouri here is what we're going to go with. Purdue, I shouldn't have said it, but we're going to go with it. Chalk there.
I got another friend that calls them Purdue because they always fail in the tournament.
Yeah, I know. Purdue's been hot, though. I'll admit that. Purdue's been hot. So we'll go Purdue into the Sweet 16. Do we concur on
Sweet
that?
16?
Yes.
I'm rolling with Missouri. You guys can go Purdue. I'll get outvoted.
Okay.
I'm going
Gonzaga.
Purdue. Yeah. Gonzaga's through to the Sweet 16.
Gonzaga.
Arkansas, Wisconsin.
I still Wisconsin, but I won't.
That's a tough 4-5 right there.
That's a tough one. I'd go Wisconsin.
Okay. I think Wisconsin loses, to be honest.
I think
with you.
whoever wins is going to lose to Arizona in the next round, anyways. So,
Agreed.
Right. I think I'll be honest with you. I think Wisconsin loses in the first round, but that's me.
You want to put a little pizza money on that?
I did. We're going to look at the odds in just a second. Zona, Wisconsin.
Zona Purdue?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Zona. Yeah, Zona.
Zona. Okay. And then you want Purdue on this one?
No, I like Gonzaga.
I like Purdue. You break it.
I like Purdue. Purdue's been playing. I hate to say it. Purdue's been playing hot, and I like Zona here.
I like Zona to win that region for sure.
Andre, Zona.
All right, let's go to your favorite school, Michigan, taking on Howard.
I mean, to me, Michigan has the easiest route to the Final Four of any region. I despise this program. I was looking for ways that they could get upset, and I just couldn't find a team that could upset them along the way. I think they beat Howard, obviously, but that line, last I checked, was 31.5. I would highly take Howard in that. I don't see Michigan wanting to blow out a team when they're trying to stay fresh. So I would take Howard with points.
Yeah. I might.
Sometimes these teams like Howard that play in those playing games, they come out like on fire in the first round there, right? So they have some of that rust already knocked off, but those guys haven't played since at least Sunday. Sometimes some of these guys earlier than that, right? So yeah, I like
true.
that. That's a lot of points.
Listen, may want to look at the first half, guys. If it's at 32, then that first half's got to be 15.5, 16. And if that's the case, that might be an option for me.
Yep.
Just saying. All right, here we go with Georgia, UGA taking on St. Louis. St. Louis. I like St. Louis here.
Agree.
Ooh.
I like the over in that game. Just like a side note, both those teams don't play defense.
Right. Texas Tech, Akron.
This is everyone's darling upset pick. If you're listening to the talking heads, you know, Akron's everyone's darling. I don't see it.
Not having Toppin doesn't scare you at all?
Doesn't scare me. Like I'll admit, you know, when Toppin went down, I was seriously concerned, and I faded them over the next couple of weeks, and I didn't win a whole lot of money fading Texas Tech because of Toppin. So I don't know. I just my opinion.
I'm going to go with. So, are we going with Akron or are we going with Texas Tech?
Wise votes Texas Tech,
and she was.
But you guys can overrule me 2 against 1.
Hold on. Who picked Akron then?
I'm going Texas Tech. I think Akron has a chance, but I'm going Texas Tech.
Bama Hofstra. No way. Bama wins that.
Bama wins that game.
Have you guys heard the news on this lately?
No, what?
Yes, I heard about the drugs.
One of their star players got busted.
We had a pound of weed in his car?
Aiden Holloway got busted felony drug possession charges. He's suspended. Give me
Is that wrong?
Give me Hofstra.
Wow.
Let's do it. Let's go away from the chalk. Go Hofstra.
You want to go Hofstra here?
First of all, the SEC's garbage. They're a middle of the road SEC. I don't know. To me, this is a huge distraction. I mean, a felony drug charge. It's not like the guy got pulled over for a seatbelt violation.
It wasn't just a dime bag. I thought I read it was a pound.
A couple pounds, I think it was.
That's a lot of weed.
Yeah. I saw the
car
pictures.
was smoking
It was
like the
bad.
Song van going down the street.
I saw the pictures. It was bad.
I don't know.
But again, okay.
I have either one of them losing in the next round anyway. So
sure. If you want to go Hofstra and you want to get nuts, let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts.
Okay. Tennessee taking on Miami, Ohio. Or the winner of the Miami, Ohio. We don't know yet for sure.
I'm not huge on Tennessee. I think they'll beat Miami of Ohio though.
All right. Yeah. I'll make my brother-in-law happy. The suits, as I call them, because who wears a suit to a freaking football game? A 3-piece suit in the stands. What are we doing? Taking on Wright State.
Who does that?
I don't know. UVA does.
They do?
Oh, they do. You need to look at the college football, my friend. Those kids are crazy wearing 3-piece suits. In the summertime? What are they, nuts?
I was at Michigan State. I was lucky to have shirt and underwear on.
Hey, now.
No streaking in the pod.
Yeah, no streaking in the pod. All right, so we're going UVA here?
UVA, go chalk with that one.
Yeah.
Are we go? This is my upset. Santa Clara beats Kentucky.
Bam.
Lock it.
Bam.
That's going to be one of my bets there too, Shano.
Nice.
Iowa
State. They're winning that game, I think.
Iowa State. All right, here we go. Iowa State or St. Clara?
Iowa State.
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara?
I'm going Santa Clara.
Yeah. I watched a lot of Santa Clara games. They, 7-3 down the stretch. Their only losses came to Gonzaga, which is a 3 seed. And then they lost to St. Mary's, but then beat them in the conference tournament. I like Santa Clara, and I am not high on Iowa State. I mean, they lost 3 out of their last 5. Anytime they played a good opponent, Arizona, they lost. They lost to an injury-plagued BYU team, an injury-plagued Texas Tech team, and they're 340th in the country in free throw shooting. Free throw shooting is one of the things you need in the tournament.
Interesting. I like the Santa Clara pick here. What about UVA, Tennessee?
I like UVA in that one.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah,
unfortunately. Texas Tech beats Hofstra, correct?
Yes.
And then you're going with your favorite school there, Wiseman?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Then we go to the easy road for, the blue and gold.
I can't believe them saying this. Yes, they have to go. Yeah. They haven't played up until this point in the tournament. They haven't even played anyone. Who are they playing? St. Louis?
Texas Tech could be their biggest game, and then they're missing Toppin, so it's not even the best player.
Yeah, they had an easy road.
It's easy. Yeah, like the difference between that and the East region is like night and day.
Unbelievable.
Night and day.
Do we go Cinderella, or does she go home early?
You guys are the Santa Clara bandwagon over here. That's up to you.
I'm leaning Santa Clara.
This is where I had Santa Clara going down in my bracket, but hey, you can convince me, baby.
No. We'll go there. So now the Final Four. I'm assuming you're going with your number 1 team.
Garbage. Yes, I'm going to.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We now move to the Final Four. As you can see, St. John, Houston, Zona, Michigan. Zona wins this.
I agree.
Zona.
And who do they face?
I think it's going to be a Big 12 matchup here, Zona Houston.
I agree with that.
Agree.
I have Zona winning it all.
And then Zona winning it all. And do we need to put the points or no?
So I looked. I think we got to put the points. I looked at the 2 previous times that they played. this year, and I think the average between the two games, one of them was like 136 and the other one was 154. So I took the average in the middle, and I think it was 146 for a total.
Okay. All right. So we have Arizona, and we return back to us. Arizona to, of course, winning it all. Holy cow. All right. So, yeah. So just to recap, what do we have for the bets? We definitely have VCU money line. That's a lock. And hopefully that we have, do we have the comments up? Can we get that? Hopefully we can get that on. And talk to the young folks out there. If not, that's okay. Unless you have, let me look on YouTube. But Shana, what are your bets here?
I can talk about my bets again. So my first pick, I went with South Florida's playing Louisville. Louisville's point guard's out. Michael Brown, he's out with a back injury. They said he's in, and if they win round.
Okay. Uh-oh. Wiseman is breaking up. All right, we have some picks here, some bets here. Sorry.
Actually,
Miami, Ohio money line. Uh-oh. Wiseman just died. He'll come back. Miami, Ohio money line there, Wiseman. And we have, of course, Akron with the points over my friends over at, it looks like Lola picks Roy. Let's see here. And my good friend Nick, what do we have here? Izzo, can they make a true run? That is going to be a question for the Wiseman when the Wiseman comes back. We're dropping like flies here, Shano.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. We all just got like kicked off at the same time there.
Yeah, I know. Can you believe it? There's the Wiseman back. We have a question. We have a question for you there, Wiseman. Nick, our number one fan here, he's asking, can Michigan State make a true run?
I think they can. You guys can hear me all right now, right?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I think they can make a run. As I said, the elements are coaching, check, Tom Izzo. Guard play, you have Fears. You have some seniors sprinkled in there who have had tournament experience. You have Cooper and Kohler. And then you need to shoot free throws. Fears is the best free throw shooter in the country. He's Mateen Cleaves light. And you remember what happened the last time Mateen Cleaves graced the tournament. He was crying in the arms of Tom Izzo. Sparty, Sparty, Sparty.
Anyway, enough of the fantasy. Let's talk reality. The reality is very simple. Yes, I am a diehard UNC fan. For over 45 years, that's telling my age, okay? We had the one TV, my dad, and he worked 6 days a week. The Wiseman knows who my dad is, okay? And he got off at noon, and he would come home, and the thing that we turned on, Channel 20, that was our local station, it was Jefferson Pilot. That was the name of the network. It switched, or Raytheon, it switched throughout. Anyway, to make a long story short, we would watch with the rabbit ears, okay? And with sometimes the black and white, color, yada, 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 depending how we got it in. And I would watch ACC basketball, Lefty Drizel. I'm talking about Valvano. We're talking about Dean Smith, etc. I love UNC. They look like complete garbage. Give me VCU. They don't need the points. They're going to win outright at plus 120. Book it. Shano, give me a pick here.
Right, I already talked to you about South Florida plus the points. Give me South Florida plus the points. My other pick was the Trojans, Troy Trojans versus Nebraska. Nebraska's never won a tournament game. They've been struggling lately. They've been 6-6 in their last 12. Like I said, I think the point spread is just too big. It's currently at 12.5, like you said, at some most books. You can still get it at 13 at I forget where you said it, but you looked at it earlier. So there's like one or two books still have it at 13. The line opened at 15.5, so it's dropping down. I like the Trojans catching the points here. It's a Nebraska team that's struggling, and against a battle-tested Troy team that's played against some decent competition this year. I think Nebraska still wins, but give me Troy plus the points.
We're still working on the comment stuff. So didn't mean to cut you off there, my friend. We're still working on the comments, but let's get this one in from $5. Iowa State is making the Final Four. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
Iowa State, I don't even
Yes.
think make it to the second weekend.
Wow.
But you guys like Santa Clara, man. You guys are all about them.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, Santa Clara is a team to watch for. We just got the result in. Lehigh goes down.
Rats.
Sorry.
Wife's not going to be happy. She's not
Nope.
going to be happy. It's going to be a disaster in the household tonight.
Yeah. Thought we were UNC, and then what is he? They packaged them for Walmart and let them ride Wiseman. I honestly don't know what that means. So
Maybe he's calling them Walmart Wolverines. That's what we call the Wolverines. Walmart Wolverines. They never really went to Michigan. They just get the gear from Walmart.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Now I've learned something. Yeah, Louisville -4.5 now is one of Roy's picks here. I don't see it. Again, the guard is hurt. I don't see it. I think Louisville goes down.
I do too. Like I said, I'm taking South Florida straight money line. That's how I bet it. I took them plus the points as well. I put like 2 units on them plus the points, and I put a unit on them money line personally. So I think South Florida wins.
SMU star player Edwards is out. So this should be an easy win for Miami, Ohio. I don't want to jinx it, but we did pick that at plus 8.5. Did we put a little sprinkle money line, Miami, Ohio?
I like it. You won 31 games this year. I mean, it's got to be worth something.
All right, let's take a look here. We might have to go nuts here, Shano. We're going to use our friends over at Caesar's Palace for this one. Because we have a little bit of a bonus bet on this one. Let's see here. Miami, Ohio at plus 240 with the bonus, an even 300. I like 300. It. Yeah, let's do a little. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Miami, Ohio plus 300 at Caesars. Got to have that bonus with there. But thank you for the comments, guys, and we appreciate it. Gentlemen, any other picks? I picked, of course, for the first round, VCU is definitely a lock. And I had another one there. Wiseman, as I look at that one, what was your picks?
Yeah, Utah State -1.5 against Villanova, and Hawaii plus 15.5 versus John Calipari's crew from Arkansas.
Gotcha. All right. The affiliates are emailing or texting me like there's no tomorrow. UConn is a lock for women. Do we have a women's bracket? We do not. I think her excellency, is working on it, but I think she will do a short on it, but there's no official women's bracket show for this evening. So, and let's see, what else did I have, gentlemen? Do you recall what I had? Trying to control 20 things at once.
You had VCU and you had let me look back at the bracket. Oh, come back.
By the way, while we're looking at that, we have an update in hockey. It is 3-2 Devils, and we had the over 5.5 on that one there, Shano.
Yep, they won my goal.
And I have, of course, the Clippers money line. They're up 47-39. And by the way, I'm done with your Detroit Pistons. I'm just done.
What's wrong with the Pistons?
They're just trash.
They're up 7.5 in the division.
Trash.
Didn't you take? Wasn't it high point plus the points? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, that's right. You're right. High point plus the points. You're right.
I'm more concerned about my Red Wings than I am the.
Yeah, what's going on with the Red Wings?
I mean, the Red Wings got a huge next couple of days, Shane. We got Montreal Thursday and then Boston Saturday. If we can pull off those 2 wins, I think we're in the playoffs.
Is that in Boston or in Detroit?
They're both in Detroit.
In Detroit's better. Boston's tough to beat at home. They have an incredible home record. They only have 5 regular and regulation losses at home, which is
I'm still not getting a cash out on my parlay there of the Pistons.
Son of a gun.
Yeah.
Before we turn it back to you there, Wiseman, we have a comment here. Ohio State has looked good as of late. Your thoughts on that comment?
I love Ohio State. Bruce Thornton, he's a stud. They had some slip-ups in the middle of the season, and we talked about them being on the bubble earlier in the season. There were teams that responded well to playing on the bubble, and there were teams that didn't respond well. Ohio State was definitely one of these teams that responded well down the stretch when they're playing the bubble, when they're on the bubble.
A little quick update for me in regard to soccer there, Shano. 12-1-1 in MLS. 2-0 today in Champions League. 18-4-2 in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Not bad.
Huge. That's amazing. That's an amazing record in all leagues.
Yeah.
What's that overall for all soccer plays? What's that?
Ooh, I did not know. I did not do.
What is that?
I did not do that. I did
MLS. I mean, that's incredible. 12-1-1. I mean, that's
in
ridiculous.
4 weeks. Yeah. So Veasan, the phone line is open. All you got to do is call Paulie Howard. Call me. Okay. That's all I got to say. Paulie Howard, call me. Here's a question. What 10 to 16, so the 10 seed through 16 seed team will make the Elite Eight?
10 to 16 seed that will make the
Elite
Eight.
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara.
You guys say Santa Clara. I could see that.
Let's see what else could it be.
I could see Missouri doing it too. I'm not high on Purdue this year. I know some of you guys are, but then I think Gonzaga kind of struggles in tournament sometimes too, because like they don't really play anybody during the regular season, and then when they get to tourney time, they start playing other people. So I could see them maybe making it. Not further than that though. They're going to get stomped by Arizona.
I'm going to give credit where credit's due. I'm going to go with my friend Dave Ross of Veasan, and I'm going to say VCU, the 11 seed, makes it to the Elite Eight. I think they beat Illinois. I know that we took Illinois in our bracket, but I think they beat Illinois, and they go to the Elite Eight. So give me VCU in addition to Santa Clara.
It could happen.
VCU had that run years ago where they made it all the way to the Final Four, right? Shaka?
Yeah, they made it to the Final Four.
Just like my alum, George Mason University. Sorry, our alum. I apologize.
Yeah, I went there too.
You remember who they beat the first round that year? Mason won it.
I don't recall that one.
Yeah, they beat Sparty first round.
Yeah, they beat UNC on that one too.
And then they made it. The regional, I think, was at Verizon Center.
Yes, it was.
And it was
UConn.
So when George Mason started off hot this year, like really hot, they started like 20-1 or something like that.
Yeah.
And so the final four is in Indianapolis again. And the last time when they went to the Final Four, it was in Indianapolis. And everybody was hoping to be like, hey, maybe it's 20 years. It happened in 2006 is when they made the Final Four. Mm-hmm. So everybody's like, maybe it's time to come back around. Obviously, that didn't happen.
No,
George Mason had some key injuries. They went there, that hurt them, and then they lost the A10 tournament there. So
yeah, they took on Liberty last night, and it looks like that they have, of course, just totally quit on them. They quit on the team, in my opinion. It looked like when they showed up, they just didn't show up last night. Their defense was atrocious. It reminded me of Sparty taking on UCLA the other night.
I'm telling you, conference tournaments don't matter.
So, now, when talking to some mid-major coaches, a lot of them say like that's one of the problems with the NIL is like once the team knows they're out of it, no one wants to play because no one wants to get hurt because then they go in the transfer portal and try and make some money somewhere else and make it like to a bigger school, you know. So I could definitely see that happening with some of Mason's players. They have a kid on Mason with Bam Adebayo. Like you know him for the Miami Heat scored 83 or whatever he was against the Wizards. Yeah, which is ridiculous by the way. But I don't know if he's related to him or not. But there's a guy with the same last name. He's a power forward for George Mason. I need to look that up. It's not a common last name that you hear all the time. So
you will be proud of me. I know we're going a little bit off the rail here, but you'll be proud of me. I did watch Uncut Gems. I'm not going to ruin it for someone in the room who hasn't seen the movie.
Yeah,
I do. Hold on. I do have Hoosiers. It was taped. The whole movie's taped. So I will watch that tonight. So I will review that. And some people are laughing at me now that I never watched Hoosiers in my life, but
for the listening public, this guy who's breaking down a bracket like a rock star has never seen Hoosiers for crying out loud. I mean, you should have started with Hoosiers as opposed to Uncut Gems. It's tourney time, baby.
And listen, Uncut Gems, I will be completely honest with you. I gave it A B. I thought he was, Sandler was serious, like, stuff like that. I mean, it was good. I didn't like the ending. Again, I'm not going to ruin it, but I didn't understand it at first because maybe I walked away or what have you. But going back and checking it out, I gave it a B there, Shano. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that's about right. I gave it. I would give it like a B plus, A minus. I think it's a pretty good movie. I think Kevin Garnett played pretty well in there. I mean, he was playing himself, but still, he did a pretty good job for somebody who's not an actor.
Yeah.
Can we? Go ahead.
Well, I don't want to ruin it. If I say something, am I going to ruin it?
No, I'll watch it this weekend though. But
okay, here's my question there, Shano. Okay.
He won't watch it tomorrow or Friday. I'll guarantee that.
Okay. All right. Here's my question though. My question is, I thought when they hit, the bet hit at the end, the huge parlay, I thought the girl was, the side piece of Adam Sandler, right? Yeah. I thought that with the old man who looked like Neil Young or whatever, Mr. Tan Man, who was who flew in the helicopter or whatever. I thought he took her out. Okay, and grab the cash and it's like, deuces, bro. I'm out.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't want to give away what happens until Wise sees it. We'll talk about it again.
Okay.
Can we talk better basketball?
Is there any futures? What you got?
I was gonna say, can we talk better basketball movie? Hoosiers or Blue Chips? Blue Chips was a solid movie as well.
Blue Chips.
You haven't even seen Hoosiers yet.
Okay. Blue Chips was good.
I mean, Blue Chips was good. It doesn't hold a candle to Hoosiers. Hoosiers is so much better. But like the cast of Blue Chips, I was looking at it. Like Shaq. Bob Knight, Jerry Tarkanian, Boeheim, Kevin Garnett, Allen Houston, Dick Vitale, obviously Shaquille O'Neal. The cast of Blue Chips is amazing.
Yeah. I like Blue Chips. I like Blue Chips. That's my vote.
Blue Chips is a good movie.
I haven't watched Hoosiers, so I will give it a chance.
Penny Hardaway's in that too, isn't he?
Penny Hardaway's in it. And then the big center who everyone's getting cash all over the place, and all he wanted was like a tractor for his dad.
Yeah. No, that was the power forward.
Yeah.
Right. Because center. The Shaq was the center.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot what that guy's name was though. He had a big widow's peak.
Yeah. He walks into coach's office. Hey, there's something about cash we got to discuss. Yeah. I'm looking at 30, 35.
Yeah.
And Nick Nolte gets pissed off. Get the hell out of here. No, that's got to be one of the best basketball.
Now that's all legal. Now they can do all that stuff.
Of course.
You can't make a movie like that anymore.
Blue Chips wouldn't make it anymore.
Yeah. Now it's all legal.
Hoosiers is a much better movie though.
Before we sign off here for the night here, guys, so we can watch the Miami, Ohio game that we do have a bet on, and we have Miami, Ohio at plus 8.5. Wiseman, you are working very hard to diligently in the sense of the Masters, and we're bringing on another handicapper.
We're bringing on another handicapper. Kriegsmobile is his name. Great golf knowledge there. He actually had Cam Young this past week. He put the ticket in on Wednesday. Cam Young went on. If you didn't watch the Players, it was drama at its finest. Cam Young and Matt Fitzpatrick dueling it out. They were tied going into the Island Green on 17, and Cam Young just threw a dart, ends up winning it. So, yeah, the Kriegsmobile hit a nice ticket. He's coming into town this weekend. We're going to watch games and go over the format of the new Masters show, so looking forward to that.
Nice.
Before we go on, I was just looking at some futures bets. So we had Houston going all the way to the championship game. Mm-hmm. Them to make the Elite Eight, just the Elite Eight, it's at plus 110. That I think that's worth some money there. There's a couple other ones that are on here that are pretty good too. Like I know Sparty's plus 200 to make the Elite Eight. That might be worth it. That's not great right there. But there's some good. Look at the futures bets when you guys get a chance. Base it off our bracket there and our picks and see what you like, because there's some ones on there that are plus money that are pretty good.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's going to wrap it up for us, guys. Have a good night. Good luck on the tournament. We will be back on Friday, and we will, of course, have our second round picks of the round of 32, and we'll go from there. For the Wiseman, Shaneomac, I'm JoeDaFan. We will see you next time. Good luck to everyone. Have a good night, and we'll see you later. Take care.
See ya.